How's it going, everybody out there tonight? We're going to get this stream started shortly. This is Yodi, aka Rat. We'll be taking Obi Chops out to Groom Lake. I'm going to be using combined arms tonight to try to help teach him SAM and missile evasion. So hopefully it'll be a pretty fun show tonight. So stay tuned with me, and we will get this stream up and running here shortly. All right, everything's live on my side, and I am ready to walk you through how to load a data card in.
Do I need to go into like a server and get in my plane, or I'm still in menu?
So there's multiple ways to do it. Since we're starting off in an air started, hot started jet, this is how you're going to do it for hot starts. So go ahead and join to the server.
School.
Yes. Well, what's going on? Why is that not working? And then just let me know when you're at the, like, you pick your jet, and then right before you spawn in, you should have an option. Oh, wait. Hold on. It may not. Give me a second. Oh, wait, I already loaded it in. It's already loaded in this aircraft. Remember, I told you I did that.
Okay.
So, thing to keep in mind when you have your countermeasures set up, countermeasure forward is going to be programs 1 through 4. You're going to want to be on program 1. Program 1 is going to shoot out 5 chaff really fast, just 5 at a time. And then for your flare, you're going to want to use your CMS left. And that's for program 6. Program 6 I have set for your flares. Now, if you want to just turn a couple circles, and then as you're testing that, you should just see your chaff depleting by 5 and your flare depleting by 4 each time you use it.
Okay. Let me go to my control settings or my controls and make sure I remember where I got those bound.
What's going on, Pika? Thanks for checking out the stream. It's one of them rare nights where I'm in 2D and not in VR, so I can see all the comments as they come out.
Okay, so I've got countermeasures management switch, aft, forward, left, and right, all bound. I know where those are at.
Yep, so forward and left are going to be the ones that you're going to worry about for your countermeasures, because forward is your chaff, left is your flare. Now, your jamming pod is going to utilize back and right, but we can talk about more about that later.
Copy. Okay. I'm going to back out here.
Just when you jump in the plane, make sure that they're crapping out how they're supposed to. It should be, if the data card's not loading, it's going to do one of each like 10 times every second, like one every second for 10 times. But again, if it's loaded right, the minute you hit it, you should hear chaff, flare, and it'll shoot out 5 chaff really fast and 4 flare really fast. Not at the same time, obviously. Forward for the chaff, left for the flare.
When I hit chaff, it's popping out 10 at a time and counting down 3, 2, 1, 0, hitting 10 at a time.
Okay.
And it's only putting out 1 flare at a time.
Okay. On your MFDs, either one of them, we want to put your DTC screen up.
DTC?
I think that's what it's called.
I see a DTE.
DTE, that's it. Yeah, data entry.
Copy. There.
On the main center of that screen, does it say Yodi 1?
No, it says DTC ID default. TNDL in it required.
Okay, hold on. Let me back out and look at one thing real quick.
Copy.
Folks, we'll be right back. Yeah, every time I back out, that's what's going to happen. Let me just look at the aircraft here. Preload default DTC upon mission start is probably what I probably should have selected, considering Yodi 1 is considered default. Server coming back up. Yes, Pika, I'm driving the SAM, so it'll be our way to teach him how to evade missiles in a kind of a controlled environment. Server's up. Now it should be the way I want it to be. 5 chaff, 4 flare. Yeah, we're just waiting to join back in the server here. I'm gonna go blend in with some bushes. You heard me say the server was back up, right? Do we have audio on Opie? Yeah, he's not replying on Discord either. I don't think he can hear me. I just sent him a message on Discord. Hopefully he'll see that and reply. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, he says his headphones apparently and mic have crapped out and not sure why. No one can hear him on stream either. It's always something, isn't it? Here's some nice views of Area 51 while we're waiting.
Hello.
There you are.
Yeah, on my phone.
Oof.
I am having technical issues, and I think my USB bank port thing just went fucking kaput on me. Because my headphones stopped working, and I thought it was just my headphones, so I was trying to figure that out. I got those working on my headset, and then realized that you weren't hearing me, so I was checking that, and then I realized that the pickup for my microphone wasn't working. And then I started playing around with where they're all plugged into, and then I realized the power lights on my throttle and my stick are not on.
Oh yeah, I'm in
But the
trouble.
lights are on that bank.
Have you tried a restart?
Yeah. Well, not my computer, but I restarted that bank back up and hit every single button to basically do a reset on that thing. So I guess I'm at a shut stream down, restart, and see if we can get this thing to recognize. Otherwise, I'm out for the night and have to go pick one of those up tomorrow so that way I can fly tomorrow.
Right on, yeah. Give it a restart. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, will do. I'm going to shut the stream down, explain to them in chat, and I'll either be back on the phone or back in chat here shortly.
Right on. Right on. everyone joining my stream right now. We're waiting for Opie Chops to get through some technical difficulties. Hopefully, it seems his power bank that controls his headphones and microphone and his HOTAS might have crapped out. So I'm just playing it by ear here. I tell you, folks, with DCS, if it ain't one thing, it's another. If it's not a technical glitch with DCS or a hardware issue, it's real life. It always interrupts it. There's always something. You gotta love it. Let's hope Opie can get back in here and no one's wasting their time tonight on the stream. If not, we'll definitely be back tomorrow to definitely have this SAM lesson for Opie. It's a week and a half overdue. So, fingers crossed that his power bank is working when he comes back here shortly. I certainly don't want to have people clicking on a stream that goes nowhere. That's no fun. But until we figure that out, y'all are just going to be subjected to my booming sex voice.
Hello.
All right, are you back with me?
I am back here. Yeah, that seems to have done the trick. Now I gotta get everything rebooted
Nice.
and reset again.
Nice.
That was weird. I have no idea what happened.
All right, folks, good news. Opie Chop seems to got his power bank back up and running, so he's going to get his stream back up. You should be seeing it coming back live here in just a moment, and then we're going to get this damn Sam lesson on the road. Woohoo! For anyone watching the stream right now, fun fact, in either this hangar, and I think it's this one because it's a little off color, or this hangar in the back, that's why I think it's this one, roughly right about there, are two of the missing shuttlecraft from the show Star Trek Voyager. If anyone watched the show, you know the ship went back in time, I think in 2 or 3 different episodes, and they always kept losing fucking shuttles in the episodes. Well, two of them are right there in that hangar. You can get into DCS and pull right up on that hangar, and there's two of them stacked in the back behind a bunch of stuff. Alright, I see Opie's stream just went live again.
Okay, I'm loading back into DCS now. We've got the stream back live. Hello, world. Welcome back.
Hola, world O. Здравствуйте, мир.
Здравствуйте.
Здравствуйте, мужик. Как дела? Я хочу сорняк. Пожалуйста.
There's an echo coming from you, and I need to change a setting back.
Oh, Dios míos, no es bueno.
Okay, I think we're back to where we were before everything went down, so we can try this again.
Excellent. So now when you jump in the plane, it should have the data card loaded by default the way I want it. If so, just check it and you should be good. And then when you're ready to start, we'll get started. Just remember when you start getting locked up and shots start coming at you, what are you going to do?
Hold on. I am going to, 1, drop elevation, 2, turn it to the 90 degrees at the same time as doing that, and pull chaff and flare at the same time.
No need for flare. These are going to be radar guided missiles. So,
Only if it's infrared on flare.
Yeah, correct. Instead of saying turn 90, just the nomenclature, just the shorthand is putting them on the 3-9 line. All right, so you're just going to put them on the 3-9, and you're gonna take down the altitude. Find it visually, and at that moment assess. Can you successfully notch it? And you're going to notch it through the combination of how we talked. You're just going to keep riding that beam. This is going to not be an active missile, so I am the host radar. You have to notch me, not a missile. So you're going to notch me, and as you're notching me every few moments, you're going to pop 5 of them chaff. Pop, 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 pop. Watch, see if the missile turns off. If not, pop, 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 pop. And you're just going to sparingly use that chaff as you work the notch. Now, if you don't want to waste the chaff and you have more than enough reaction time, which this will come more as like you get shot at enough times, you'll be able to quickly understand, oh, I can turn off. If you can just turn off and run away, sometimes that's more preferable than even wasting the countermeasures. So, turn to the 3-9, start working the problem, and assess. If you want to turn and get out of there, just turn and get out of there. There ain't no harm, no foul. If the missiles do get in close and you feel like you're not going to notch it, it's an SA-8. You can pull high alpha up over the top of it. Now, you are carrying bombs and rockets, so you're going to be locked in Category 3. So it's going to limit your G pool. But once you see that first smoke trail come off of me, that should be it. You should visually know where I'm at and just be able to kind of work the problem and decide, do you want to come in with bombs and CCIP, or do you want to just use rockets?
Copy. And no, it's still set to DTCID default and doing the same thing I did a while ago.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Always troubleshooting issues. Always something.
I can fix it real quick by making a dynamic spawn at a nearby airfield, but you just have to take off from the runway every time.
Okay.
All right.
It's what it is.
Folks, give us 45 seconds. All right, I got my BRB screen up. Give me 1 second here to leave server. I'm going to make Creech your starting location so you can just come up north. This also means you'll have to load your weapons onto the aircraft before you take off. And my stream's back live. So yeah, so you're gonna be at Creech, load up the aircraft with some Mark 82s and some rockets, or just just Mark 82s if you don't want to do that, or just rockets. But I don't want you to use Mavericks and stuff yet. I just want to get you to kind of get in close and hunt me down, and kind of just stick it to me kind of thing.
That's what she said.
Giggity. When you load in and you grab the dynamic slide, you're gonna, like you always do, you're gonna pick the Viper, and then you're going to click Hot Start, and then over there in that same area, there's going to be something that says Load DTC or DTC menu. Let me look in 2D here. I'll go to blue and I'll tell you.
Yep. I'm loading into the server now.
Yeah, you'll at the bottom of the, the loadout there'll be Open DTC.
I'm there, and then click load.
No. The little icon that shows the arrow pointing into the circle.
Chops DTC.
Yep. And then from there, let me load mine and see. Okay, yeah, if you go over to CMDS, the tab right below mission planning where it says that, you got nav points, geo lines, threat points, desk points, CMDS.
Mm-hmm.
Should say man 1 is already at 5 chaff at 0.2 of a second apart.
Copy,
Right.
yes.
Okay, so you're loaded. Now, when you get in the aircraft, even though you have the right data card, you still gotta load it. So after you do all those little things where you're turning on your RWR and those last little housekeeping things, pull up that DTE page, and you're gonna see chops right there on the center of the screen, and you're just gonna reach up to the top at the center. It's just gonna be a load button. Load will just load everything on the data card. You'll see it go around, and you'll see each box light up for a moment and then go out, and then it'll move to the next one. When that goes all the way around the clock, it's loaded and ready to go.
Copy. What am I rolling with on weaponry again? Sorry, I was definitely fidgeting with other things when you were going through that.
Mark 82s and rockets. You can mix them up, or you can just bring one over the other. This also gets you a little more practice in using some of them weapons you haven't used in a while. Now this Sam carries 6 missiles unless I get a reload. I did place some random trucks around the area, not only to help spoof you, but to give me the opportunity to drive and get a reload. But generally, if you see 6 shots, I'm out, and I'm going to be out for a decent amount of time. So that's your window for sure if you haven't got in yet.
Copy.
And don't use any lantern or anything. I want to try to get you using your Mark 1s. And just trying to find me out there. You're going to get shot at most likely before you see me, and that's the whole point. Like, to visually find that shot and then start working the problem.
Right.
So I said there's no shame in turning around and running and then come back in on the next run and trying to find me a second time. Like, if you lose sight, turn out. No shame. There's OB in his Illinois livery.
Oh, starting out at Creech, where the fuck do I go?
From where
so weird.
I don't know. From where you're at, you can go out and to your left, and that'll take you to the end of what is that? Of course, it doesn't have a number on it. What is that? I don't know. 2-1 looks like. So just turn left onto that black taxiway and take that down to the end. You'll run right into the runway after your first intersection. Oh, sorry, I was on the wrong mic button. Hang a left there onto the black, and go past your first intersection, and you'll come right to the end of the runway.
Yeah, I was looking at the map to figure that out real quick.
I was literally telling it to you, but on the mic that's the push button that's set for the stream over anything.
Okay.
Like, I have this mic button that they can still hear, and then I have one where I can talk to them without spamming you.
Likewise. Well, I'm open mic to stream, and then I have to push talk to you.
I'm push to talk for everything. I can't stand open mic. Between Strello watching reruns of SVU louder than not, right? Because I'm right in front of the TV. Y'all would be hearing fucking Marissa Hardigay out here fucking chasing down pedophiles and shit.
You know, it might be comical.
Mariska. Isn't it Mariska Hardigay? Well, now she's watching the Hitler channel. She's correcting me, and it's not a fighting point. She's correcting me about that it's History Channel. I said no, it's the Hitler Channel. And I told her how for like the late '90s, that's all it was all Hitler all the time before they had started having aliens and stuff.
You're not wrong.
Right? That's literally what the History Channel was. It was like,
here's
an episode of Pawn
Hitler
Stars.
and Rome.
Right? Here's an episode of Pawn Stars and 18 hours of Hitler. I mean, I love the History Channel. It's a great channel, but no lie, they overdid the Hitler there in the late 90s, early 2000s. I remember the SA-8 has a max altitude. I believe it's around like 13,000, 14,000. I might be off by a little bit, but...
We're wheels up.
Yeah, I was watching you for just a moment. Now I'm back to my world. Your engine got too loud for my stream. Now, while I do say that an SA-8 has a max altitude of like 13 to 15,000, I obviously want you to come in lower because I want you to get shot at. So anything below 12 and above 6, your discretion. Groom is to your north, about 010 or so. Zero 018 for 41. Let's see if we can see him before he gets well into range.
Said about 13,000 was that altitude max?
13 to 15, that's what I was saying. Because I want you to get shot at, put yourself anywhere between 6 and 12, your discretion.
Copy.
He's almost in range. Yeah, turn into me. There he is. Little shoot and scoot. Coming into range. In range. Want to come in a little closer. Okay, he's not in range now. He buried that one in the ground. He buried that one. I got 3 shots left. Nice. Nice.
Take that, sir.
I was working to acquire that lock. I had 2 seconds left on it.
All right.
Yeah, good shooting. All right, I'm going to shift R the server, so it's just going to reload. Hopefully it won't kick you out. It should be a real fast one over real quick.
Copy.
I'm back up.
Straight back to the coalition screen. Yep.
I'm going to stick with the SA-8 again, just to make sure you're feeling okay with that before I step up to something else.
Copy.
Good job to Opie Chops for getting me after the 3rd shot out on him. Did it feel pretty comfortable, like, evading that time, since you got an idea what you're doing now?
Yes and no. Yes, because I had an idea of what I was doing now. No, because that was my first time doing it, and I feel like it wasn't because I knew what I was doing. I feel like I just kind of accidentally did it. So let's repeat that and make me feel confident about it, and then I will say yes. Confidently.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I noticed the first shot you buried right into the ground, so that was super smart. I could tell when you were popping chaff, not every time, but there were times where you put out a chaff burst and I would lose my lock. So it was definitely doing its job. Or it could have just been you flying a perfect notch. Either way, the locks would get dropped, and then that'd be
Never even thought about using my chaffer flare that entire time, honestly. So it was me flying the notch.
that. Okay, yeah, don't forget your chaff. Not the flare, though.
Yep.
Because you're not getting shot at by heaters.
Yeah, but I did not do that, and I didn't think about it because I was trying to get visual, and it just never crossed my thought process. But noted for this go round. I want to watch that in TAC review because if I notch them just right, I just kind of want to see the evasion. I know one of them got damn close.
Yeah, I think the one that got the closest was the one where you started a notch, then you turned away, and then you turned back in, or maybe you went vertical. I can't remember. Now with the Mark 82s, the best way to use them when you're doing something like this is put them in CCIP, which is just like the rockets. You put the little itty bitty pipper on the target, and then you hit your pickle button. What you will do with them is you'll stay low. You'll take a couple shots at you. You'll figure out where I'm at, and then you'll kind of offset maybe 30, 40 degrees, or to the left or to the right. Get in semi close within a mile or two. You'll pop up. I will I will take a shot at you, but this is where you got to be confident in the fact that you can pull around the shot because it's an SA8, and you can pop up, come around, and then put that pipper on me and just drop the bombs.
Okay.
Now you don't have to do that right away. It will. You'll get a feel for pulling over these lower tech missiles. Now I'm not saying you can pull over an SA-19 or a fucking, something like that, but an SA-8, you've got more than enough oomph to pull around that missile. Here comes Opie for his second round. He got me with the first.
So you already
round.
have Elite Dangerous.
Correct.
And Star Citizen as well?
Yep, but I don't have either of them installed. So it's really about which one do we want to commit to, because I think Elite Dangerous is a lot smaller in size.
Okay. I'll go watch some videos and see which one I'm leaning towards. I didn't know about Star Citizen until today, so.
The one thing in Star Citizen that, like, the guy in the video wasn't wrong is the fact that you gotta eat and drink, and it's just like sometimes that little bit of micromanaging kind of sucks.
That's not present in Elite Dangerous.
Not that I'm aware of, unless they for whatever reason implemented it. Both have multi-crew ships, but less emphasis in Elite Dangerous to be a multi-crew ship versus over Star Citizen. So, I mean, pros and cons. And as that video was 3 years old, a lot of things could have been redeemed or changed since that posting.
Copy. I forgot to set some things up before I took off, so I'm doing that now.
Copy. You remember to load the data card before you got in the plane?
Fuck no, I didn't. I can roll without it though, and just basically try to practice like I just did last time, and make sure to do that next time. Yeah.
Still got my radar off. Let's see if I can pull old Opie Chops in close. He's getting closer. Radar on and start the track. This one might blip him. This one might blip him. Blip! Ooh, no, it missed. That was lucky. That was a close one. That got him.
You got me.
Oh yeah, I see you flaming there.
I tried to use the mountain as a backdrop to avoid that, and it didn't work. I watched it come directly at me.
I see you still living though.
Yeah. The question is for how much longer? Is tonight your early night? You got payroll in the morning, or what are we looking at tonight?
So tonight I gotta work tomorrow, but then Tuesday, tomorrow night is not a payroll night. So
Okay,
tomorrow
so
night's the long night.
copy. I should probably eject, but like I'm missing a wing completely.
Oh yeah, you are. I can see it from down here. It won't let me lock you, even though you are showing up as a radar blip. It's that weird thing where when you quote unquote die in DCS, as far as the sim's concerned, nothing can target you anymore. Oh wait, it is going to try to let me acquire you. Maybe.
Oh, you do have a lock on me, don't you? Or did?
No, I don't currently. Fire's out. I don't know if that means you're out of fuel or...
I am now.
Yeah, because all the fire just went out. There, ejected.
Nope, redoing this so I can load DTC.
That's what was going on. I had my lock and my push to talk double bound, so every time I tried to lock you, it would unlock you. And that's why you got me the first time for sure, because like there was opportunities where I could have got shots off, and when I keyed up to talk to you or to the Discord people, and the lock would drop, I'd be like, ah, son of a bitch.
taking off. Be out there shortly.
Yeah, no worries.
One thing I'm noticing is that the diamond placement it is not tracking with where I feel like you are in on my RWR.
Well, I mean, it's not a one. There's always a few degrees of error, especially if you're like tilted or rolling or something like that.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Come closer, my precious. Yeah. My precious, you're approaching maximum range. You are in range.
Go for it. Think you got what it takes.
Yeah, buried that one.
That's horseshit!
I'm out of ammo. Can I get to the truck and reload before he hits me? Probably not.
I still have 4 rockets, but I'm not sure why they're not firing off. Did you turn guns off as well?
No.
Or
No guns. No, your gun should work just fine. You just got to hit the gun button.
I had the modifier on. Fuck. Okay.
There you got us. I was trying to get a reload in before you could get me there. All right,
Wow.
I'm going to shift R and come up a level. Or actually, I'm not going to shift R. I need to back out and go into the editor and change this stamp. So I'm going to back out real quick. Almost touched the ground there.
Man, I had plenty of clearance.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Alright, I'm going to back out real quick.
yeah.
Alright, we're going to come up to an SA-15.
Copy. One thing I will say is that my chaff flare still wasn't working. I don't know what I did wrong. I definitely was trying to hit that, and I did not hear the chaff flare, chaff flare.
Okay, when you get in there the next time, make sure your countermeasures are set to man. So you got like your program 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the knob next
Yeah,
to
I
it.
don't think I did that.
Just make sure it's on man. I thought it would be by default, but maybe not. Alright, folks, give me 1 second here. I'm just going to block the password and we'll get the server reloaded. Server's back up. those Star Trek shuttles right there from Voyager.
How do I put it on man? For the
Right where you interact with your countermeasures there, that whole panel, you should see to the farthest right knob it says man, semi, auto.
on the ECM panel with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
ECM
I don't
panel.
see I don't see a knob on the ECM panel.
On the countermeasures panel where you pick your program, and shows you how many chaff and flare you have left down there.
You mean on the MFD screen?
No. Right down by your left knee, below the gear handle.
Copy. Okay. I'm on board with you now. No, I definitely have not been doing that.
Yeah, so put that on man, and then make sure you're in program 1, because program 1's for CMS forward, and then program 6 is just program 6. It's hard coded. And then also make sure you load the data card. Even though you loaded it.
That I did do.
Okay, yeah, so even though you loaded it at the selection screen, you still gotta load it into the jet.
I think we might be good. We'll see.
Now the SA-15 is gonna have a longer range. And a slightly higher altitude cap, I think 18,000 feet. But it does have a longer range, so the shots could come at you sooner.
Copy. But that also means that I have longer to notice and or avoid.
Correct.
So from the other night that when we were hanging out to this very night, I feel like that I have gained 3 degrees in AI technology. Just FYI. From not knowing shit about it to rendering videos on my own hardware. All because of an LLM. I have fallen in love with the use of LLMs. You need to know something technical? Go straight to an LLM.
didn't leave the radar on long enough for it to extend all the way. What do you guys watch and think? You think Opie will get hit by the SA-15 on the first round out, or you think he'll survive it? We've got 8 shots to get through. Did you do a chat flare check?
We're live. We're good.
Nice. is out of range, so I'm going to unlock him. Try to get him in closer here. Where's he going? You got eyes on him? He's out here somewhere. I think he's going right to left. I don't want to turn my radar on, but I will. No hit. It's behind that mountain, so. Where did he go? Hey, you're out here somewhere. You just sonic boomed over the area. You try that little sneaky to come around from the north. That one got.
Well, that didn't work. I tried to dive down, but there wasn't much room to dive down there. And I chaffed and flared.
Well, and again, when you're in that close, sometimes you have to maneuver. Like that one. Did you see it coming at you?
Yeah, yeah, I did.
Did you get
And the moment that I did, it fucking hit me.
did you get it off to your 9 line?
Yes. It was already at my 9 line when we shot.
Okay. I probably personally would have just probably pulled away from it and maneuvered left and right, back and forth to as you pulled away to help lead off its energy. You know, like snake out of the area.
Yep, I'm following. So, I'll reload and we'll try again.
Yep, I still got 7 shots in here. I'm just gonna relocate.
I shut her down probably 2:15, 2:30 for TAC review.
Yeah, that'll work. We'll see if he can get through the SA-15 this time. It didn't work out for him last time. Y'all like my sneaky, freaky hiding spot.
Rad, I'm being informed that Star Citizen indeed does have VR.
Nice.
So that may play part of the equation. I will again go do some research and let you guys know by next week what I'm leaning towards. Since both of you guys have. Wait, yeah, Dax has Elite Dangerous too. Didn't he say that?
Yes, he has both, and he said he's the one that got a little too tilt one night, dropped 1,000 on a ship in Starship Citizen. So he's got one of them top end ships.
I have that doesn't even begin to register in my brain what that could be, but we're gonna find out. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, if you spend $1,000 for a Star Citizen ship, it's going to be flashy, I suppose.
You would suppose, but then people buy Fortnite skins for the same price.
Now, if I remember correctly, the one he's talking about is a pretty sweet little ship, and being that you can multi-crew, like we can get the gunner's turrets and all kinds of different stuff.
Like we could roll around on his ship type situation.
Yes, but I also think he said he has his own fleet, so basically he would just like lease us his ships, like put us on the available registry.
Alrighty then. Now, if you wreck ships, are they permanently gone? Is that a thing?
So I know they get stolen, and if I remember correctly, there's insurance claims and stuff like that. I'm not sure though. I'm pretty sure.
Why do I feel like?
I'm sure they get destroyed, and then you get them back after you pay like a fee or something like that, like an in-game fee, not an actual fee.
Right. Why do I feel like I'm about to get sucked into another game hardcore though? Sorry, Pika. Our nights of hanging out after work are coming to an end soon. I'm gonna get sucked into the universe. And yeah, Yodi, I was trying to be sneaky on that last run. I saw you pop up on my radar, and I was like, he's sitting in that fucking airport. I'm going to come down behind this mountain, block the view, and then try to circle back around. So yeah, you called that one right.
Well,
and then you got...
It worked. I mean, I kept looking to the southwest for a while, and you'll see if you watch my stream, I'm looking left and I'm looking right at that mountain range. And I'm periodically turning the radar off and on. And it was right one moment I turned it on, and you were on the left side of one of the hangars, and then you went off my radar real quick, and I was like, ooh. So I shut off my radar, repositioned, and then got it ready to take the shot.
That makes sense. I think you repositioning like in between those shots is going to help me identify like how far you can actually move. Because when you say you move, like I'm thinking, oh shit, now he's all the way, across the map. It's not feasible, obviously, because you're in a truck. I see. You reposition yourself strategically so that way I couldn't use that again.
Maybe we'll go back to that SAA.
Like I definitely pulled down and was going the best I could to a 9-degree. Like that needs to be reviewed. And I was chaff flaring like a motherfucker. Okay, hold on. So, my guy Muttley in chat here says the Polaris probably. I have it. You can man 25 friends. No, you can get them back for in-game fees.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Muttley, is this someone you know?
I don't know. Not by that name.
Okay. I wonder if he used to be the DCAG of CBW8, because I know a Muttley and a Tyrant. That would be hilarious. But that's in Star Citizen he's talking about?
With VR, yeah.
Nice.
And yes, the Polaris, that is in Star Citizen. He confirms, not him.
Right on. That would have been absolutely hilarious.
It is a small world. I mean, weirder things have definitely happened.
Speed. Speed is heavily enforced in this area.
Well, if they lay the lines out in front of me, let's get to it. All right, we'll try again. You're still in the 15, yeah?
Yep. You throw a harm on your plane?
Say again.
Did you throw a harm on your plane?
I did not do that this time. However, I definitely mentioned it like either the last time or the time before that I mentioned doing that. I was like, I want to throw a harm on here and hit him from like 50 miles out.
No, but the thing is I can, in most of the radars, I can see that harm, and there's a size difference in the radar return, and I can just turn off the radar and drive off.
That's fair. I will load up like 6 harms. 4 harms.
Oh yeah, you can. It'll give me a chance to practice looking at harms. I know one day somebody, or well, not somebody, I had the AI drop a JDAM on me, and with a Tunguska, I was able to target it and shoot it down.
Hell yeah.
I was like, fuck you, bomb. He's probably laying low. Would be my guess that he wants to come in and try to catch me by surprise. And I'll just periodically turn my radar on and off, try to pick up tracks of it. There you go. No, he wasn't low. He's going right at me. You're convicted of doing 400 in a 55. Hoo-hoo, you live. That's gonna look real good, dude. You almost buried that in the earth, and then you pulled up, and it continued coming after you. It's kind of scary looking. has a good burial. Pulling up was your mistake on that one. You should have just snaked out to the left. You'll see it.
Whatever you said is getting drowned out by game noises. Give me a second. Say that again.
I said climbing was kind of your mistake on that one. If you kind of just would have snaked to the left and then back to the right, you probably would have beat that kinetically. Yeah, I grabbed the lock. You were close. You'll see it on my version of the replay. Like you were literally like inside minimum range. I couldn't get a lock, and then you went past me. I fired at your 6.
Gotcha.
You were coming to exactly where I was, and I had already drove maybe an 1/8 of a mile away and was up in a little valley nook.
I saw where you were after I got hit. Probably do one more run and then start wrapping her up.
Copy that.
I figure by the time I get out there, we'll be looking around 1:45, and then just depending on how long this fight goes on.
You mean 1/4 after 2?
What did I say?
1/4 till 2.
Yeah, 1/4 after is what I meant.
see him hugging the dirt out there. Maybe he'll come across here in a second to get himself opened up for a shot, hopefully. I think I'll wait until he goes left of this building here. I don't think he's turned off. Is he coming at me? I think he's coming at me. I don't think I'm looking at it. No, that's him. Gonna go right past. Well, that's not gonna do it.
Oh, fuck! Hold on. I'm trying to find my explosion from where you were at. All the way over. Okay. Now that makes absolutely zero sense.
What's that?
The 15 that I had pop up on my RWR was directly at my 12, and I was heading directly at it. You were nowhere near that if I'm currently sitting on you out here in the middle of the open field.
Well, things to keep in mind: the RWR is not a like 100% thing. That's why a notch is never really perfect. Like you gotta try to find it. But I also turned mine off pretty much the moment you turned and got low. I turned it off. So you were dealing with data that was dealing with errors across what 12 kilometers. So by the time you come up, those little differences work themselves out. You were close. You were within what I'd say a quarter mile of me.
Yeah, it just
If you
it was directly on my 12, and based on what I'm looking at and where I wrecked, it looks like you were sitting at my 9, probably 2 miles away.
You're 9. You crashed basically at your 1. Like to me, I should have been at your 1 or your 2 o'clock. That's what it looked like. Cause your debris went shooting right out in front of me.
Okay, then maybe the truck view that it put me on is not you that I'm looking at. I'm looking at a truck.
No, hit F. Keep hitting F7 till you see the spinny dish of death. I don't know if you're to me yet, but you were on the other side of that hopper auger that's out in front of me.
It keeps cycling between like 3 or 4 trucks. It doesn't go to the spinning dish of death.
Because I have it hidden on the map so you couldn't F10 and see it. That's why.
Copy.
Okay,
that explains.
Where you crashed, just to your 1 o'clock, there was a facility, what looked like maybe a processing facility.
Probably on the replay at some point, you could see you from my point of view, and I just didn't see you. I was trying to go underneath those power lines, and I wrecked into the road underneath it.
Yeah, the power lines are about an 1/8 to a quarter mile away from me. I'm on the other side of that facility. I was going to wait for you to pass by me because you'll see it in my view. You were coming from left to right, right out in front of me, and I even was saying to the YouTube stream, I said he's going to pop out. I'm going to turn the radar on here in just a second. Then you were like kabloosh, and your debris just flew right in front of me out there in the distance. I was like, that'll do it.
Yeah, yep. Maneuver kill Yodi. Cough.
Meh.
I guess we go ahead and wrap it up there.
Alright, I'm going to say goodbye to my stream peoples.
Likewise.
Anyone else that's been
Well,
watching
I'll keep the stream going, but I'm going to shut DCS down and catch back up with them and get out of the goggles.
Right on. anyone that's been watching tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. Me and Opie are going to have a little debrief session, talk about some of the things you could have done a little better there, and we'll be recapping again, or we'll be getting back together again tomorrow. Same time, 12 Central, 0500 Zulu. So, everyone watching, appreciate it. Rat, CBW 15, Opie Chops. We appreciate y'all watching. Have a good one.